And we are here. We are back. Hey, y'all. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to my channel, Watch Your Mouth Reviews. This is your boy, James. I am here to give my honest review while trying to watch my mouth. Nope, not going to happen. I want to welcome everyone to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you don't like what you see, feel free to unsubscribe if I'm not your cup of tea. But we welcome everybody here. Make sure you like, make sure you leave a comment. Make sure, once again, you subscribe to both channels. Mrs. Best's information is in my description box. So make sure you keep an eye out on that. And I hear an echo and it's throwing me off. Oops. I want to shout out my girl, Naya Green is in the chat already. She already here, which means that she watched the episode. She already ready for this. And I'm going to tell y'all like this. Bravo in that call center. I don't know what y'all doing. I don't know why these ladies are just producing their own shit. But this is the most laziest season these ladies have had in a very long time. In a very long time. I need explanations for this. Because this episode was such a snooze fest. I didn't know what I was looking at.
Yeah, I agree. That's it. I think
like
the season of Potomac, the season has been a snooze fest.
Well, because here's the thing. The reason why it's been a snooze fest is because everybody is skating around Robin as if she didn't have the whole storyline of itself last year going into this year. Like, I don't understand why no one has yet to confront Robin on this whole Juan thing and how she's able to just skate on by it as if that shit didn't happen, as if he ain't got accusation after accusation after accusation out there. And the fact that y'all not holding her accountable to then scurry past her stuff last season and focus on Candace and Chris. It looks like they're going to address that next episode, which I'm hoping Candace goes all the way in. Because Candace pissed me off that they were sitting in that cafe. Candace pissed me because that was her chance to really just let Robin just have it. Oh, echo again. Sorry, y'all, if y'all hear that. But yeah. So that's all I have to say about that part. So I'm just going to go ahead and get into the episode. Like Naya said, and I agree with this comment, this is such a dry episode. It's a dry season. And it was. It was a very dry episode. Nothing happened but the usual, which is we don't want. We don't want the usual. We want. I need something explosive to happen. I needed a fight. I needed something that was going to keep me entertained. But y'all, they pretty much opened this episode where they left off, which is with the ladies, particularly Giselle crowning NECA, and then they pan over to Candace, who had left the area because she said this was stupid, and it really was. It was stupid for them to even crown her, now knowing in today's time, because Giselle was on Watch What Happens Live the other night, and said that she just did to get under Karen's skin. It was fun shade. But it was like, Giselle, nobody asked you to do this. Like, that's what's so crazy about it. That was just silly. Like, who cares? I was like, Candace, like, you just looking for any moment to poke at somebody. And instead of you just giving us your business, like, did y'all know any part of this season that Giselle and no boy have like an open situationship where he can go out and date other women and she can go out and date other men? Did we know about this season? Because she said it on Watch What Happens Live. Why didn't we notice this season, Giselle?
That's some bullshit.
Because you're making it seem like, you making it seem like that was your man and y'all was in somewhat of a seriousness, right? He's met your daughters, right? Why would you bring the man around your daughters if y'all weren't serious?
See, people use, especially on Bravo, people use their kids, in my opinion, as a shield. And I don't like that. Because her kids, let's call it what it is. When I was a certain age and my mama was dating and all that stuff, sometimes she used to be like, don't say shit or act like this or act like that. And if that's your mama, you're going to do it. They're at the age where I feel like Giselle or Pastor Jamal could definitely engage and talk to them and be like, this is going to happen on camera. Just go for it. I agree with what Naya's saying too. She's doing whatever she can to present us with a man because people would drag her. She's been on this show since season 1. And every time she go on a date, it goes nowhere. Then she did that bullshit with Jamal. I'm sick of it. But she
This
said that
goes back to Whitney, Candace and Wendy still want to defend and engage with these bitter bitches. Well, see, the problem what I have with that, I feel like they're on and off with that. I feel like there's a part of them that they know they have to film with these ladies because they can easily ice them out because it's only the two of them. So I think they're just playing chess while the other ladies are playing checkers. Like I think that they're going to show up to everything and they're going to film with these ladies, even though they're not even like half of the women aren't even speaking to them. So it's like it's ridiculous. So after this whole debacle of NECA being the crown grand dame of Potomac, as if we care, Karen took it like a champ. Karen's like, well, okay, well, you know what? It's lonely at the top. So, oh, well, come on, NECA. And she arm in arm. And the ladies go out to do dinner. Now, when they get to the restaurant and everything, it's very, hold on, what did she say? Jamal and Sherman was a big black blow to her ego. You know what's funny is that I'm starting to think that too. It's funny you said that. Because no, when you look at Jamal and you look at Sherman and you compare them to whatever she got today, it's not the same thing. It's not the same, even though that man has aged since being on the first episode. I was looking at him, I said, oh, what happened? And I said, damn. I said, oh Lord, stress I don't know if it's stress, I don't know what it is, but he wasn't as attractive as he was episode 1. So ladies get in there and they sit down and the conversation then, I want to first touch on this because Kierna was getting on my nerves a little bit because she has said no one came to check on her but Giselle. So she thanks Giselle and then she calls out Candace and Wendy. Candace said, I didn't even know you were sick. Like, I didn't even know. And then Wendy says, I'm the one that got you the ginger ale. What are you talking about? And when Wendy said that, I said, Karen, you made it seem like they was leaving you out destitute and lonely ass Giselle walked into your room just to make sure someone saw about you. When if Wendy brought you the ginger ale, she was giving you the space to deal with your situation, and that's what it was.
Kierna wanted a moment. Kierna, am I saying it correctly? Kierna.
Yes.
Kierna wanted a moment. And that's just what that is to me. I feel like she saw an opportunity because messy ass turkey neck done came on up in there. And I if somebody really your friend, like even if my friend didn't support me, nobody else needs to know. Oh yeah, he was there for me. He was there for me.
Well, she could have easily said to Giselle in that moment, I don't know if Giselle came before or after the ginger ale, but she could have easily said, well, Wendy bought me a ginger ale. I really appreciate her for doing that. And Giselle, thank you for coming to check on me. She easily could have did that. So it was like, for me, I'm sorry. I like her still. I still like her. But you need to make sure you're clear.
She has the potential to be very messy. And her loyalty, in my opinion, Kierna's loyalty seems to be with herself and whatever is she's probably going to be one of the people who just wants to do what she has to do to stay on the show. She reminds me of like Marlo, but less bougie. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. It does. So then the dinner then shifts to another conversation. Giselle thanks Karen for giving her the advice about her daughter and not making the moment about her, because y'all know Giselle can do that. Giselle can make lots of moments that belong to somebody else put at her front feet. So she thanks Karen for really giving her that sound advice and tells the ladies that her daughter is going to school in Florida and she's very proud of her. The whole time, Wendy and Candace, as Giselle was going on, they were smiling, making gestures and faces. Now, mind you, Robin is sitting next to Wendy and sitting across from Candace, and she's seeing this, and she thought it was rude of them to do that and make all these gestures and faces. And I'm looking at Robin, I'm like, as long as they're not saying nothing, who the fuck cares? It's not like they like each other, so why would you even care? That was, to me, the most ignorant thing that Robin could have even done, because you're trying to cause conflict where there's no conflict.
And then you're doing it around someone's kids, and when it comes to people's loved ones, especially their kids, they are quick to anger and slow to listen. So it's very easy for them to misconstrue what Robin's saying. This is why people don't like Robin. She stirs the fucking pot for everybody else except Giselle. And then when she has to deal with any type of pressure to speak about her situation in her life, then suddenly the bitch is mute and wants people to respect her privacy. It doesn't make sense. Funny how that bothers them, but they pay dust to everyone they.
Right. Like, why would somebody that you don't even like, why would it bother you what comes out their mouth or comes across off their face? Like, I'm
And I
just trying
don't
to
think
figure.
that they were making a face at Giselle's daughter's success, because in previous scenes they didn't do it. I feel like
I don't
when
think they
she
were either.
speaks, I think when she speaks, they was intentionally messy and make their own conversation because they don't fuck with half of the people there. And they was probably laughing at a time that happened. So yes, they was probably being messy. Was it deserved? Do they have the right to do it? Yes, but at the same time, ain't nobody coming for your child.
And that's
Listen,
what it is. You see how she turns that, her and Robin. You see how they turn little shit like that and make it way bigger than what it was. That didn't need no energy at all. So I was
desperate.
done off of them on this. So then the scene moves over. They end up going to this cosmic golf thing. It's not. I'm not gonna call it a top golf event because it wasn't really top golf, but it was kind of the same inspiration. And Karen pulls Candace to the side and pretty much tells her, about what Giselle did and how she's not really, giving that much energy. And Candace's like, you shouldn't, because it was really ridiculous and stupid and it's expected of her. So why would you
Mm.
even give that energy? And I agree. Like, that's Giselle. And it makes me wonder, in terms, did Giselle make up with Karen really to be cool with Karen and let that be her friend, or was she being cool with Karen only to produce herself and lighten up the show?
I think that Giselle is going to be friendly with Karen because I think there is some form of a camaraderie between the two because they were both on the first season. Separate from that, eh, Giselle, I noticed that she gets closer to Karen when she has to be in spaces with the other ladies, or
Hmm.
she's going to attach herself to whomever is not mad at her if Robin's not around.
Right.
Um, so I think that's more so what it is, but I don't think Giselle is a real friend to anybody on this show. Also,
I agree. She's not, because it's like she's only filming with these ladies. Like Giselle, like women that she feels are beneath her.
yep,
That's the kind of woman she is. If you're Giselle's friend, it's because she feels you're beneath her. She's not going to befriend you if you have more than she has. She's just not going to do it. She's not going to put herself in position to be like that because she doesn't want to be reminded of that every day. So she's going to have friends that are absolutely beneath her. Just Mia, Ashley, and Robin are constant reminders of, oh, they have less than I have. So therefore, I'm going to go ahead and show up, with them and just, laugh at their expense. And then the thing about NECA is that she's not going to be cool with NECA. Like, a lot of people are like, but she's cool with NECA. NECA has more. I'm like, well, here's the thing about NECA. She going to turn on NECA as soon as she can find something that's going to stick.
yep,
Whether that be Ike's behavior, whether that be NECA's, disposition. It's going to be something that's going to rub her wrong about NECA. And eventually she's going to put her on the outs as well. It's only a matter of time. Mark my words. If NECA comes back next season, and they don't give Kiana her flute like I think they're going to do, I guarantee you, she's going to do that same thing in NECA.
mm,
So I agree. It does. It benefits them both. She gets messy quicker than Karen does in scenes. She does. But the thing about Karen, though, is Karen, her being older, she's so far removed from this that it doesn't translate like that on TV. I think that that's why it always comes across as Giselle playing the puppet master strings. And I do think it benefits them both by doing that, but at the same time, because Karen is so far removed from it, it doesn't translate like they're both in coordinates with it. It just doesn't. So she plays nice until she needs a moment.
she does.
Hmm.
She really
Absolutely.
does.
Absolutely. So, y'all, what else happened on this damn episode? I just like that. I was trying to do this from memory. Hell, I already forgot. I want to look at my notes because it's not
I
working.
mean, you pretty much covered it. Nothing really happened in this episode until the
Well, let's
end.
do.
Robin brings up the bullshit of the faces, which we've already kind of discussed. So it's
Yeah.
they're
So,
doing terribly.
well, what we'll do is they went to the beach and did little photo shoots. I didn't remember everyone's cover, so I really, don't really care about that. I do want to bring up one more thing, two more things. Ash's little song and her blurting out her little lyrics and stuff. She sounded decent, y'all. I'm not gonna make fun of her, but I'm just like, it reminds me of that other song she had earlier in the earlier seasons that was just horrible. And I'm
Listen,
just like,
if anybody watches, um, what is that show called? Damn, my brain, y'all. If anybody watches Vanderpump Rules, Pump Rules fans, I've been watching since season one. Sheena Shea had a song that was terrible, but it worked for like Pride and the younger kind. Good as gold. That's the shit that Ashley's song reminded me of. Um, Ashley, please don't take up a singing career. It's cute and everything, but I want you to get a real job just once as an adult.
oh
And
yeah, they talked about that. We can talk about that a little bit
yeah,
because they asked her like, "What's going on with the divorce? Why haven't you divorced Michael?" And she's like, "Well, it's just nice to have him around. It's nice to be able to depend on him financially if I need to. I don't need to at this moment, but it'd be nice to have it." And I'm looking at Ashley like, what you said makes absolutely no sense.
none,
It
none.
makes absolutely no sense because if we are really listening at you right now, saying that you're using this man as a buffer, y'all could be a buffer and divorced. You do realize that, right, Ashley? You can depend on him because you have his two children.
Listen,
Like being
listen.
married to him, because he's still not obligated, even if y'all are married, he's still not obligated to help you.
And if you want to get remarried and there's actually love there, then you could pull a Lenithia and Gregory Leaks divorce, get back together, get remarried. If somebody's going to be there for you, if someone cares about you, whether there's paperwork or not, they're going to be there for you. So I'm tired of Ashley.
I am too, because it's like, for me, she makes no sense. And it's like, I don't think she really is going to. I will be shocked if she divorces Michael. I
I
will
knew
be
that
shocked.
Ashley was full of shit when they had the colorism discussion on a previous reunion, and she could not seem to accept. It was a struggle to where when Andy Cohen has to step in and like say something, I think that something's wrong with you. You can't even connect with your people. I don't know how you gonna connect to any other way. So yeah, Naya, I think that's what's happening. She
Yeah,
has to
she's making it up.
because it's all, and it's getting to a point where it's like I know people like Ashley on the show because she can't be messy and stuff, but I think the stuff that she's dug into recently with her messiness, she's leaning towards like the vile shit that Giselle does. And I'm just kind of over it. First, the African beef. Now you got Africans on the internet. I be looking in comments, going back and forth, explaining culture, discussing what's appropriate and not. Like you're actually impacting people's culture. And then you pull some other shit with people's kids and the events. I'm tired of Ashley. Now she lying to us about this marriage. I'm gonna call it a marriage because they're not divorced.
They're not divorced. She told me last episode she's gonna be divorced by the end of the year. She's still married today, y'all. So
Is
obviously
she?
she's still
There's
married.
been no movement.
She's still married to this exact day. There has been no movement of no divorce. There has been no court date. There has been no settlement breach, at least not to my knowledge. I'm gonna say allegedly on that one.
That's how I know there's some bullshit because most women who were gold diggers, like Mia, for instance, would feel entirely like, whoop, he ain't got it, or I'm not in love no more, whatever the fuck. I can go on my own now because I have my own money. Like the energy that Mia has, really Ashley should have, but a little more because she's been on the show so long. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't think they have any issues
Let me
because
tell you why Mia has so much time. We're gonna move on to Mia since y'all bringing up the inheritance in this chat. We're gonna move on to Mia because The problem why Mia has so much of this confidence now and why she is moving is because Mia has moved on and has dried up the well that she was currently
Dried
staying
up
in.
the
She didn't
well.
dried up the well. She done took the last bucket of water and
That's
made
the
it
last
stretch.
one.
So this is what killed me about Mia. Y'all, Mia lies so damn much that I have to look at my TV and rewind it because I know that didn't come out her mouth. This lady says that G had she had more money than G when they met. And they had to remind her that she told all these beautiful ladies that when she met G, he was giving her 10 grand a night for her company. If somebody that you have more money than gives you $10,000 a night, how is that possible? Please explain that to me. How is it possible that you have more money? Because why are you accepting the money then if you have more money than that?
If you guys also had, because she's trying to make it seemed like she alluded to like maybe your assets count sometimes as income, which is true. But if that's the case, then why didn't none of your assets help y'all out of the hole that you was in financially after he got ousted? So nothing that Mia says makes James is like, hello. Listen, I'm just saying, Mia, you gotta. She reminds me of Phaedra in the way that James says she just be
She
lying.
just lied. And the thing about Phaedra, at least it's funny coming out of Phaedra's mouth. With Mia, it's like that makes no sense to me. Now, granted, what she did say is $10,000 isn't a lot of money to some people's tax brackets. It's not. But at the same time,
That's the best question. Onika, I hope I'm saying that correct. Ooh, great picture. Hey, girl.
yes, hey,
Why?
welcome to the channel, by the way. I've never seen you here. Welcome. We're glad to have you tonight. Why are you working at a gentleman's club if you're financially well off?
And that
Why
part.
didn't nobody ask her that question?
Because a lot of these women, in my opinion, they can be entertaining, but I don't think a lot of these cast members are housewife material. A housewife should be able to read and quickly. That should have been something caught.
Well, see, the problem is I think they were all trying to process because the line was so out of left field. I was Giselle's face. I was just saying, wait a minute, an inheritance from what?
Right.
You just said,
And
okay,
no,
first of all,
separate from that, how you, as a foster youth, got an inheritance.
right.
We saw the struggle with your mom and stuff on camera. I'm not being disrespectful, y'all, but the lady mama was a crackhead to where she couldn't raise her kids. It happens. It's unfortunate. She's trying to recover now, but Mia forgot everything that she's told us and showed us about her life that literally goes against her having more money than
No,
Gio.
what it was, no. What it was is that she was embarrassed of her truth
Mm-hmm.
and she thought people forgot. And so she just told this lie because I don't believe Mia post the receipts on Instagram or on Twitter
If
that you
you
got
got an
inheritance.
inheritance, why can't that inheritance help your husband and you out of this
Right.
financial struggle that you're in? Because I'm just
Because how
saying.
did you lose your business? If okay, like y'all for real, how did Mia lose her businesses if she has an inheritance? How does she lose her ass? Why are y'all living in a very small apartment if you have an inheritance and have all these assets? It's not making sense. I don't care how you put it. So the fact that you just sat up here and told this as if we were not going to remember what you told us when we met you, it's very questionable of you all of a sudden having this inheritance. And the problem is I think the man you with now has more money than G currently.
Yeah, probably.
And you're now skating on. Because let me tell you something. Mia gives me, and this is my opinion, this is allegedly, she gives me that she ain't gonna leave one nest until the next one is built.
Yeah.
She gives me female, then that's a female
She
bird
gave
for
the
y'all don't who don't
classic
understand.
stereotype of what we see
Mm-hmm.
in movies and shows about strippers just hoping that one of your tricks turns into a come up, which turns into a husband, it turns into security. And if that doesn't work out or if it falls through, then she'll move on to the next.
And
Mia.
let me drive the knife since nothing happened on this episode. Let me dig the knife a little bit deeper. If you had an inheritance, Mia, and had more money than G, your current fiance did not express that when he did his interview with Carlos King.
That's true, and he's known you.
And he's
And
known you since you were a teenager, you and Jacqueline.
also,
So,
it wouldn't it is there a prenup? I need to know because if I got an inheritance, I love my husband dearly, but if I got an inheritance that I had before I knew him, listen, I love you, D girl, but you're gonna sign this paperwork. I want the paperwork signed. There is something disingenuous about
absolutely.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
always been something disingenuous about her. I don't really care for Mia, y'all. She like from me from day one. She tried to come off like real and like probably unassuming and untouchable, but it ended up being the opposite because she lies. You can't be that way and then lie. It's not. It doesn't work that way.
I just feel like this is going to sound so bad, but I'm just going to say it. And the strippers could be mad at me. I've had friends who are strippers, but as soon as Mia came on here telling us how she met her husband, it's not the house, not that he was married or any of that other shit. Strippers, like, and I have good close friends that are legit strippers. They really are trained at the mind, trained at reading people, in some ways trained in manipulation, and they don't even realize it. Like they really are savvy and people pleasers, people person. That's how they make their money. So they can easily lie to you, easily make you feel like something else is glamorous. I knew from the beginning, based on unfortunately her being a stripper that grabbed a married man, covering up all that bad acne with that foundation and no primer. I knew that she was not to be trusted. I did. I really did know. So we'll see.
Girl.
What? It's true. It's true. I got friends that be like, yeah, Mina, girl. Yeah, and I'm finna finesse this nigga up out of that. Like, they really know what they're doing when they talk to men. So they have a goal. And
So here's what I'm gonna say. Bravo in that call center.
not the call center.
The reunion has not happened yet. So Bravo in the call center, because I know y'all watch me. Y'all better ask me about this inheritance. And she better come with paperwork and receipts. Because if she don't, I'm gonna need Wendy or Candace to read the fuck out of her when she does not prove that she has an inheritance. Because that just came out of left field. All were confused, and I need answers now that she has
I
said.
want to know why too. Why is this episode 14, but Married to Medicine got a finale? Didn't it come on after this?
Well, Married to Medicine gets lesser episodes anyway. That's always been.
They the season that gave. I can't believe this shit is about to. The reunion is gonna be dry, Naya. I agree.
I don't know. I'm gonna say I don't know because I feel like, and we can talk about this because ain't shit happened. I feel like Wendy and Nneka are going to get for sure because I don't see that ever being resolved. I think that that's a done deal. They better get Ashley. That's all I know. The both of them better tag team and get Ashley together.
They can also discuss the fact because they haven't filmed it yet, but Candace's court case with Michael.
Yeah,
I want that. I
want. You know what I want Candace to do? I want Candace to walk right over to Ashley and laugh as hard as she can in her face. I want her to do that. I want her to laugh as hard as she can with a very good old gotcha bitch. I want her to do that. Just one time for me, Candace. One time for me. I want Candace to get Robin the way she should have the episode they were sitting down at that cafe the way I wanted her to.
I actually want, when it comes to Robin, I feel opposite. I feel like because Candace has a very loud mouth and her delivery can be aggressive, I feel like that's why a lot of people are sometimes turned off or up and down with her. I want to see the rest of the women who have a lot to fucking say in their confessionals say something to Robin about this relationship to her face. Because with the exception of really Candace, nobody is saying any of their thoughts. It's like this cast reads each other.
Karen did too.
Karen, of course, does, but
Karen, had it not been for Karen, we wouldn't have known the girl looked like her, and she does.
She did look just like
Karen. She looked exactly like Karen. That's why I was like, well, damn.
But no, I feel like the
So,
rest of the cast, I feel like they say too much in their confessionals. And then when it comes to reunions, at the very least, nobody's saying nothing in person. And no matter how Candace says it, even if she has the right, people are either going to say she's dragging the point or too aggressive. So I want one of these other hosts to step up and secure their whatever they hold in Potomac and, speak up. Because they all
well,
talk shit, even Giselle.
yeah, well, we will see. I
I wonder if
wonder.
her man will be.
Hell no. A nigga, no. Ain't nobody finna sit next. Ain't nobody finna sit behind her ass or in
No,
front. No one's going to do it.
that man ain't showing up.
That man ain't showing up to this damn. I would be shocked if that man showed up at this reunion for what? He was in one episode, and in 3 episodes he was in the phone, like Jamal.
It's in the phone.
Yeah, at least Jamal was in more episodes than he was when she had him as a boyfriend in her season. At least we saw him more than once.
I'm trying not to laugh at that comment. It's the subtle shade. I wonder.
Well, we know,
That's why Giselle's
right?
messy though, because
And
she.
all I know is Juan Dixie, your ass better be there at this reunion today. Your ass better be there.
I'm trying not to. Oh,
That's all I know. That's all I know. You after all this shit you to put
do you
everybody
think
through.
Juan will show up? Do you guys in the comments think Juan will show up?
Yeah, please put it in the comments if y'all
I
think Juan
wonder.
Dixon is going to be there.
I don't think he's
I
going to
do.
show up.
I feel like here's my thing. I feel like he is the same face, but he gonna walk off. I already know he gonna walk off. Naya, I'm not playing with you today. Not wandering Dixon. Ooh, y'all play too much of this chat. Yeah, I boom. That's it.
Yeah.
Because they only got her.
They need this check because
They only got her check. No, not that I know of.
Shit,
Not that I know of. No.
here.
So they haven't blasted it in there. I'm sure somebody
Why
gonna
you
record
gotta apply a UPS? I play basketball, so agile and ability to lift 50 pounds and up. Shit.
I don't think he's there. I don't think he's at UPS yet.
He'll get there.
But yeah, he gonna
the longer
get there.
They stay on this
if
show.
Robin lose this check, he definitely gonna be at UPS. I'm telling you,
If they do a task change too, Robin will definitely.
Robin needs to go. Robin does not give, and in the moment that she could have gave, she chose not to protect him. And that's the thing about Robin, and that's why I said Bravo in that call center. I don't know who these producers are. I do know who one of them is. I slid in his DMs. You better DM me back because I want to know something about this cast of this show and why don't we have it. But yes.
Robin won't get him the show.
And he ain't respond to me yet. So
her wallet and needs her. Oh hell, Naya. Oh damn.
See, this is why I don't play with Naya. But y'all, but for real though, this was the last thing I want to talk about. They were on the beach and Robin brought up how Wendy and Candace were making faces at the damn dinner table. And I'm just like, Robin, why would you wait a whole day and 2 quarters late to bring this shit up again? Y'all could have brought that shit up at that table. If y'all was really bad about
it. There's not even much to say about it. It's like, okay, good for you, Robin, I guess, for bringing it up and not just cackling.
Because we all know Giselle saw it. We all know Giselle looked at Wendy. That was the first thing she looked at when she was telling the story. She kept looking at Wendy. That's how I know she saw it. So it's like, why the fuck?
Here's the thing. You're going to attack people and then talk about your child in front of them. Giselle is using these kids for a storyline because I'm not bringing up nobody I love in front of no bitch I don't like or that I know don't like me. I'm not even going to bring up anybody important to me because if I even think that you're breathing wrong, it's a problem. So the fact that Giselle did look at it, didn't pop off, and now Robin, wife of Wandering Dixon, because that is brilliant, is bringing it up. Like, no, I feel like real moms, if you say something like that, it's a problem if you even make a face about the child. But
let me tell y'all, when Wendy walked up and said, "What y'all talking about?" and I already saw the sneak peek of next week's episode, Wendy did not disappoint. I'm gonna just put it that way. Wendy didn't disappoint me at all. She said what the fuck it was, and she didn't let nobody get away with the shit. So, and it's up on YouTube. Y'all can watch the first 8 minutes of the episode. When I tell y'all, Wendy did not disappoint me. She did not disappoint me. Candace didn't disappoint me. It was good. It was gravy, y'all. But that was the end of the episode. That was pretty much it. It was very boring. Next week seems like it's going to definitely turn it up a little bit of a notch, and we need it. Leading up into this fight with Kierna and Sesame Street over there, I cannot wait. I am so ready for that fight now because this season has been a snooze fest. And Bravo in that call center, y'all better play it. Y'all better play it. That's all I know.
Already on
Y'all,
the internet, might as well.
yes,
She had fun sipping tea.
right, yes. So that's it, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and end this live, and then I'm going to do the recap of Married to Medicine. We have a little bit more to talk about on that episode. Lots I want to cover as well because I see the internet is very divided by a topic that we must discuss. Y'all don't want to miss it. Make sure you are there. It starts right after the end of this live. Mrs. Best will be joining me as she always does. So I will see you guys in the next review. Thank you to the people who have come on there. Shout out to Naya Green. Always a pleasure to have you. Shout out to Onika. As I said, I do not know if you've ever been on my live before, but welcome. We are glad to have you. We are glad that you are active in the chat. I enjoyed you, and I hope to see you in more recaps with me. Thank you so much. Bye, guys. Have a good one.